Hello, everybody. We are now going to be discussing your current financial situation. Do not despair because current means that it can change. And of course, we're busy with retirement preparation. Now, you can see activity one. Complete the table below. At the end of the course, you should be able to review and revise your needs at retirement. You will most definitely get a chance to come back and review this particular page. You'll see it's page 5. So let's look at our totals. Income, current income, you're going to complete it there for me. As you can see, you can type into the block. Current income as is. And then, of course, we are not talking about expenses. It's coming now. Expenses as is. Then income less expenses. Now, I would suggest, and you can say to me, I want to work with income that I get paid into my account. But we are going to be talking about withholdings, which means what is deducted from your salary before it's paid in. So I would suggest that your current income here be your gross income before deductions. And of course, just your expenses as is. Then you're going to here in this block say income less expenses. We are going to work with withholdings just now. Expected at retirement income. Expenses expected at retirement, you know that it should be less. And then, of course, you just do the calculation there for me. Now, here is a balance left. If you have any left, you're going to complete it there for me. You will see that would be our last column. Now, let's go down. Salary 1. This is income that we are receiving actually at the moment. What is our salary at the moment? Salary 1 would be you. Salary 2 might be a partner. Money coming in. Investment 1. Do you have any investments 1, investment 2 coming in? Do you have any rental income coming in? And then, of course, the total income. So add that for me. And let's be honest with ourselves. If we go to retirement, so what we are saying here is what would be your expected salary, yourself, your wife, any investment. Now, I know, of course, at retirement you are not working, but some people do. Right? They do smaller jobs, they do casual jobs. So, have you thought about it? The idea about this analysis is for you to start thinking about your life. And then, of course, you have notes. So, any notes that you want to make here for yourself, reminders with regards to salary 1. That could be now, and of course, reminders about what you need to do to plan for retirement. Notes on salary 2, notes on investment 1. Maybe you want to reflect, refer, go speak to your financial consultant. Notes on investment 2, and then notes on any other ideas for income that you may wish to have. Total income, what is happening now? Total income for retirement, and then any note you might have. Now you'll see that this income is broken up, which of course cannot be more than the current income here. So again, I'm going to say to you, you can work with your gross income. Remember that we are going to show withholdings. Withholdings is deductions. What is deducted before it is coming into your account? But important that your figures make sense for you. Remember, not for me. So now expenses here, we're going to look at withholdings. If a current expense, will it still be necessary to pay this at retirement? Again, just to tell you, withholdings, you do need to know what is deducted from your salary before money is paid in. Because, it's important. Tax, currently. And here you're going to tell me, is this a want or a need? Remember what we discussed already in the course, right? If you say, I don't know, tell me what you think it is. Remember, just to refresh your memory. Want is something I desire. Need is something I cannot live without. Right. And then, of course, we say, is tax relevant at retirement? That's what that column means. Now, of course, it's going to be, but you're going to pay less tax. No? Is that going to be a want or a need at retirement? And then, say for example, my estimated tax right now is 4,000 Rand. Estimated at today's value, what would that 4,000 Rand be? That should be less, because at retirement you pay less tax. Medical aid, current, is that a want or a need? Is it going to be relevant at retirement? In other words, am I going to need it? Will it be a want or a need at retirement? And what would be the estimation if I now pay 3,000 Rand for 2 people? What do you think you would pay at retirement, estimated at today's value? Now, if you continue, we're looking at other medical expenses. If you say I don't have that, then that's fine. You just put in a not applicable in that column. Right. Then we are going down to any other deductions that you know of. In terms of, just to remind you, current, if you do have an other deduction, is it a want or is it a need? Remember, it's something that's taken from you. Relevant at retirement, well, I have other deductions. Is that going to be a want or need at retirement and estimated at today's value? So I'm just reminding you that the same thing will apply. Then total withholdings, you're going to do a calculation for me where relevant. So this would be your deductions, right? Deductions before money is paid into your account. Now let's look at finance payments. Finance payments is not necessarily applicable to all people. So if a suggested row doesn't apply to you, you will not complete it. Current credit card 1. Is that a want or is it a need? Is that relevant at retirement? Is it going to be a want or a need at retirement? If I pay 1,000 Rand now, depending on my age, of course, and when I retire, what would be the estimated value at today's monetary amount? And of course, the estimated value at retirement. If I go to credit card 2, same story. You say credit card 3, yes, some people have more than one. Now, a garnishee order, if you, for example, have any child payments, that could be a court order that the court forces you to take money from your account. In fact, that's a debit order, you can't stop it. It could also be an account that you have not paid. So that would be an automatic deduction. Right, so finance payment, current garnishee orders, if there isn't, not applicable. Is that a want or a need? Will it be relevant at retirement? If that is so, would it be a want or a need? And if I pay now 500 Rand, estimated at today's value in terms of retirement, how much do I think that would be? Then I have a home loan, exactly the same explanation. Remember, by retirement, your home loan should be paid. A car loan, exactly the same procedure. By retirement, your car loan should be paid. Clothing accounts, you shouldn't really have clothing accounts at retirement because remember, you're going to live cost effective. Personal loan, you should definitely not have that at retirement. Other accounts shouldn't really have that. Total finance payments, that means you're going to do calculations again here for me. As you can see, while you add into the block, it is saved by the system automatically. Now let's look at fixed expenses. Fixed expenses is something that must be paid, right? You don't have a choice there. Rates and taxes. Currently, remember now, you only pay rates and taxes if you own your own property. If you are renting, you're not going to be paying it. Okay, so is that a want or is it a need? Remember the difference. Would this be relevant at retirement? Obviously only if I own my own home. Would it be a want or a need? And estimated at today's value. If I pay rates and taxes of 1,500 Rand a month, how much would I pay by retirement? It should be less. Any other taxes that I know of? Same explanation. Charitable donations. You understand the procedure for completing this analysis. Would I do that at retirement? Do I do it now? Auto insurance, that's for my car. Yeah, I'm going to definitely pay auto insurance at retirement. Home insurance, that would be inside. That could be the structure as well. Life insurance, yep, I should have it. Medical insurance or gap cover. So just to remind you, if you don't know, gap cover would be if you have a balance between what the doctor charges and what your medical aid pays. So that's gap cover. Now, if you don't have gap cover, but you do have medical insurance, which is medical aid, you can then say to me, what is it currently? Is it a one-to-one need? Is it relevant at retirement? It should be. DSTV MNet. Please note, is definitely not a need. Right, so if you have it, if you do not have it, you're going to say not applicable. TV license. Now, remember, I just want to remind you, we are busy with the column called fixed expenses. That would be normally an amount that I pay the same amount for at least a period of a year. Now, if you pay your TV license once a year, that wouldn't actually fit in here. This would be for people that pay off their TV license 25 Rand a month. If you pay your TV license once a year, it would go to variable expenses, which we're going to talk about just now. You can see it here. Okay, so that would be the 265 Rand a year, and you would then add it there. So if not applicable now, not applicable in your block. Total fixed expenses, you're going to do a calculation for me. Variable expenses, yes, you pay them, but they are not the same every month. So the same scenario will occur. Current, is it a one-to-one need if it's applicable? Is it relevant at retirement? Would it be a one-to-one need then? Estimation at today's value when I get to retirement. Now let's tell what is household. Let's talk to you about it. Household is if I have money put aside monthly just to maintain my house. If the fridge breaks or the washing machine, now, you won't necessarily have that, so you decide if I'm going to complete this block. Groceries. I mean, please, you have to eat. Don't forget everybody. At retirement, what would be the amount? Now, it is true that it's said that people eat less at retirement, but tell me what. Please remember that if you dine out more than twice a week, that is definitely seen as a waste. Now, groceries is groceries, it's not a dining out. Car maintenance. You might still have a car at retirement. I mean, you need to get around, even though you're going to walk. I know you're going to be fit. Car maintenance, just to put money aside to look after your car, unless you have a maintenance plan. Petrol, you're going to need that, yes. Telephone. Now, telephone, we don't necessarily in today's life have an installed phone in our house, so that might not be applicable. But I know that everybody has a cell phone. Okay, so you complete this row for me. Electricity, yes, we're going to use electricity now and at retirement. Now, if you say, I don't have a car, right, so travel expenses, should it be applicable then? Bus, taxi, how much do I think it is now? In fact, you should know, please. How much would it be at retirement? Furniture. You definitely don't buy furniture every month. If you are somebody that does buy, then you're going to complete this row for me. Clothing. I know you do buy clothing. Complete this row for me. School. Now, you'll see that this is variable expenses. So, school would only be a variable expense if you, for example, buy stationery or you buy books every now and again. It's not regular amounts. It's not the same amounts. You understand what I'm saying? If you say to me, now I'm paying school fees, it's a fixed expense, then it needs to go to fixed expense. Like rent would be a fixed expense for at least a period of a year. Hopefully by retirement you're not paying any school fees because your kids are grown. Okay, so if not applicable, you're going to leave this column or row. Medical prescriptions, so that would be extra to the medical aid. Should you have this? Entertainment, I know you do. Memberships, all right, what is that? Memberships of a gym or any professional institution you belong to. Dining out, here it is. Okay, don't be shy, fill in the complete one. Gifts. I mean, regularly, do you have gifts that you buy? Maybe not. Vacation. Do you go on vacation? Do you put money aside? Will you do it at retirement? Please don't blow all your money at retirement. Pet care. Many people feel pets are their children. So then you would have to plan for your pets. Other, anything that we have not mentioned, you can fit it in here. If not, you leave that column. And then as you can see, you're going to do a total variable expenses for me. We're going to do that for current. Okay. For current, I know that you don't know how much that's going to be at retirement. So that's going to be our completed document. It's very important that you are honest based on what you know now. As you go through the course, and you're going to definitely get a lot of revelations, you will get a chance to complete this again, revisit the page, maybe change some columns, maybe make some extra notes for yourself, because we really want to assist you to make the best of your life now and in retirement.